Hi, welcome to Tuesday Talk with a Therapist. Myself, Felicia Cameron, a licensed clinical social worker for the great hospitality state of Mississippi. I'm also the founder and owner of Lending a Hand, which I provide mental health counseling such as anxiety and depression for people in Mississippi. In addition, I work with people who are dealing with transitions of life. So today's topic on Tuesday Talk is working from home is causing you stress. Is working from home is causing you stress? Well, I'm going to read a series of questions and see do these questions fit you. Do you often dread daily seeing working from home, going to the office or going to that spare room or the living room and seeing that laptop? Do you often dread it every day that you have to go to that computer? Do you sometimes it's tearful, cry, anxious, depressed as you get onto the laptop? Do you lack the motivation? Do you lack the support? Do you often, even though after you finish working from home, do you feel like you can't go nowhere, that after you finish working from home that you're stuck at home and you don't feel motivated to get out of the house? Do you have no boundaries with work? Like where you normally work a certain hour and you get off, but now since you're working from home, you constantly working. The job constantly had access to you. Do you find ways to cope? For instance, when you get off from work, that the only reason that you feel like you can cope is that you feel like you have to have some alcohol beverage to help you cope from working from home. Do you realize that I did not sign up for this from working from home? When I applied for this job, it was in person. And yes, because of the pandemic, we've been working from home temporary, but now I'm dealing with that. Now my job said we're no longer going to the office ever. Do you long for that interaction with your colleagues? And now you don't have it because you're working from home. Look, when we are sick and we have health problems, such as we might be coughing, running nose, headaches, many times when we have those health problems, we try to work on ourselves and do things over the counter. And sometimes when that don't work, then where do we go? We go see a doctor. But just a while ago, I mentioned a lot of symptoms dealing with is working from home is causing you stress. And one of the places you can go is see a therapist or a counselor to help you. Seeing a therapist and counselor so if you can get this talk therapy, they can provide you the coping skills, the interventions, the therapy interventions to help you deal with stress and anxiety and depression while you work from home. And many times that therapist can also, one of the things they can really help you with is if you have to take time off from work, such as completing FMLA or short-term disability, but you can utilize them for that. So, is working from home is causing you stress? That is a question for you to really think about. Because when we first had the idea of working from home, it sounded like it's an exciting thing that I can be at home and I can work. But as we get into it, and as you've been doing this for weeks and months, and now going into a year, past a year, could this be causing you to be dealing with increased stress, anxiety, and depression due to working from home? And if that's the case, how do you deal with it? How do you cope? How do you maintain? I want you to stay tuned to next week. I'll be giving you some tips on coping with stress from working from home. But also I encourage you, if you're dealing with these symptoms, go talk to a therapist. Go see a counselor to get some help to realize that, you know what, is working from home causing me stress? Stay tuned for Tuesday Talk with a Therapist. I'll see you next time. Thank you.